want to know which one are you, perfect, fat or thin. And I'm not talking about body fat percentage, I'm talking about playing off super tight lies, baked fairways, chipping it over these horrible little pot bunkers that are just short of the green. Which one are you playing? Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you very much for checking out today's video. I'm at the beautiful Royal North Devon Golf Club. It is a heat wave in Manchester, aka otherwise known as a wintry day in Dubai. But you know what? I absolutely love it. The golf course is empty because everyone's scared of the 30-degree heat. It's insane. This is the best place to be. There's air conditioning, we're by the coast, it's beautiful. Anyway, we're going to be talking about playing off super tight lies, getting them up and over bunkers towards a flag, because these shots can be treacherous. Now, it definitely comes down to the quality of equipment that you've got. That does play a huge role. It also comes down to your technique, to your setup, and to the way you're actually trying to play the shot. So first of all, jumping on equipment. It's important that you have these what I call specialized wedges. So for example, if you've got a Vokey, or you've got the Ping Glide, or you've got the Mac Daddy from Callaway, or the whatever TaylorMade have brought out nowadays, God knows. So these are massively important clubs to have because they have a lower bounce. So for example, if you've got a normal set of cavity back clubs and you go all the way down to pitching wedge and sand wedge, you'll notice the sand wedge is still quite a chunky sand wedge. So when you put it on the ground, the bounce, therefore the leading edge, will be very high off the ground. So the bounce is this area of the club here, and the ones with the higher bounce, you'll find that the leading edge actually sits higher off the ground than what it would do if it had a lower bounce. Now well, that's great for parkland golf courses, or when you've got that nice kind of lush grass, then it helps higher handicap golfers get the bounce going under the ball to get the grooves onto the golf ball. However, when you're in these sort of golf courses, you need to have less bounce. So if you are that golfer with the kind of set of club sand wedge, I like to call it, not the specialist type of sand wedge, and you're in this position, you will have to try and find an alternative route, or get really, really good at playing off tight lines, because when you've got such high bounce and not much grass underneath the golf ball, it's going to be very, very easy to what we call drop kick it, where you hit the ground before the ball and the leading edge bounces into the middle of the ball and shoots 50 yards over the back of the green. You may have to try and find an alternative shot like a chip and run, or put it in and around the greens, or just go and get yourself a better wedge. So for this shot, I'm actually using the lob wedge because it's got the lowest amount of bounce. I've got an 8-degree bounce. Bounce does go as low as 4 degrees. And then you can obviously get it shaved off to 0 like Phil Mickelson if you really wanted to, or it can go up to like 14 degrees. So you could still get one of these kind of specialized wedges and the bounce could still be too high for this type of shot. Now, if you are one of a player with a higher bounce lob wedge, or you've got your kind of set lob wedge, then, sorry, I'm gonna put sunglasses on, or sand wedge, I'm gonna give you a little technique for you. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna put the ball position slightly further back in the stance. We're going to keep the hands in line with the golf ball, so you don't want to let the club head lean too far forwards, because what that's going to do, although it will help you lower the bounce, it's also going to lower the loft and send the ball further in distance. So what we're going to try and do is get the ball position just to the back of centre, so slightly trail towards the trail foot. Don't let your hands lean too far forward, keep your hands pretty much in line with the golf ball. And what I want you to try and feel like you're doing is swinging a little bit more out to in. Now that's dangerous, isn't it? Talking about changing of the swing path for a golf shot, but if you swing it more out to in, then what happens is the club head goes up higher, and it means you can hit down on the golf ball. If you try and get too safe and too short with the swing, and you swing it too much behind the body, you see how low the club head is there. You'll then invariably start to try and use your hands, and that is where the fat or the thin shot comes in, because you can lower the club head before you've actually hit the golf ball. So quite simply, well, not simple, ball position slightly more towards your trail foot, swing the golf club out and away from your body, helps you hit down on the golf ball, gets a little bit more spin, but it helps you hit down and take out any troubles. Quite simply, golfers with a little bit less bounce don't quite have to do the same with the ball position, but I do want to see the golf club working a little bit more from out to in. okay, because out to in will give you a steeper angle of attack into the golf ball to hit down on the ball. Because we don't have anywhere to go under the ball, we want to go down on the ball. Hitting down creates backspin, which creates height. So ball position with this particular shot, we're going to get it on the inside of the left heel. I'm not going to allow the hands to go in front of the ball. We're going to keep the hands, if anything, just slightly inside the left heel as well. And then we're still going to try and make sure that we work the arms, work the swing more on the outside of the body, work them away from the body. And then as you come back through the golf ball, let the arms just kind of descend down into the ground. And by descending down into the ground, you're going to create a lot more height and a lot more backspin. I've just hit 2 crackers. In terms of width of stance and weight distribution, we're going to be slightly narrower. I'm a big advocate for putting the lead foot slightly more towards the target, as it actually helps open up your hips to the target a little bit, which as we work through the shot, we want to be able to do. So never get too static over the golf shot. We want to make sure that the fundamentals of the golf swing are still very much in there. They're just at a slower, kind of shorter pace. So I still want to be releasing my hips through the shot. I still want to be rotating through the golf ball and facing out towards the target after I've actually hit my shot, after I make contact. So I get the lead foot pointing out towards the target. My hips as a result are now slightly open towards the left for me. And I'm going to just try and make sure I keep the club head out there, more in front of my chest. Never ever want to see that position, because you are more likely to catch the ball thin and fat, okay? Because when you come in from a shallow angle of attack, you can go there. And sometimes to avoid there, you try and use your hands to scoop it and you catch the middle of the ball. Don't forget as well, you could always hit a beautiful shot as well. That still happens, okay? So lead foot pointing to the target, hips slightly open. Gonna swing the golf club. I'm gonna keep the club head away from my body. And then once I get there, I'm really gonna throw the club down into the ground. So I'm gonna lower and turn, okay? So I'm gonna lower the arms down and turn. I get loads of check, loads of spin, really nips it off the surface, and that is a decent little shot. It's coming back to the flag. Go, 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 go. Oh, there's a little backstop behind the flag. It's rolled up it and come down. As some of you may know, I'm a one-man band. I do all the filming myself, and you know what? Sometimes I can't quite always give you the angles that I want to give you, because I've just hit 3 crackers, and I think it's only fair, it's only right that you also get to see them. Look at those 3, absolute beauties. Little nippy checkers straight into a couple of feet. Oh yeah. From that angle now, you're gonna be able to see how much better the body rotates through the shot. So although I'm panicking a little bit in my head about this pot bunker in front of me, I'm not kind of letting the wrist flick through, and I'm not stopping my lower body. If your lower body stops moving, your hands will take over. They're doing it to help you, but they're not helping, they're hindering you. So you've got to make sure that you really force this lower body to rotate. And honestly, even if it means kind of really setting yourself open with the lower body, it will reduce the amount of backswing, but we don't really need it on this shot anyway. What is more important is the quality of strike, and that does come from the lower body. So I've got ball position in, you'll see my left foot pointing out towards the target. My hips are pointing a good bit left of the target as well, but my club face is on line with the target. I'm going to rotate, and I'm just going to keep the club working on the outside of my body and get that nice rotation through the shot. Oh, stop it. Guys, I'm going to have to get a cameraman, because he deserves to be watching these outcomes. Oh. Right, that was just sensational. Right, one more again to close this video off. I hope you've learned something from it. I hope you're able to take this onto the golf course with you next time. If you are in a position where you do have to get over a bunker, forget about this terrain and the lie. It's massively important that you still make sure you use your body, you utilize your rotation through the ball, so then your hands don't take over. Beauty. Stop it. Stop that at once. It's coming back. Love it. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do hit that subscribe button. Loads more content coming from the channel. At least now 3, well not now, we've been doing this for a year, but at least 3 videos a week. So do drop in the comment section below, what content do you want to see? But from a fantastic I love it. Baked out, brown links golf course here on the southwest of England, Royal North Devon Golf Club. Thank you very much for having me once again, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Let's go and marvel at those shots. Come with me. Come with me, people. There you go. Look at that, hey? How to play golf off a bare lie.